Hello everyone, welcome to our first episode of the Pulse Point powered by the Medical Alumni Career Club. Today, in our first episode of our podcast, we have Dr. Navneeta Jayaprasad. She is a sixth year medical student from DTMU, and we are totally blessed to have her with us today. She's someone who has not only had experience in Tbilisi but also has a wide range of her experience in Rustavi throughout her medical school life here. Dr. Navneeta, thank you so much for being a part with us today. We would like to have a few questions round with us to know your experience, to know your life that was there throughout your 6 years. First of all, I would like to congratulate you on your huge achievement of becoming a successful doctor over here, and I wish you all the best for the future. Dr. Navneeta, can you please share any of your personal experience that showed a transformation that you had from being a first-year medical student in Tbilisi to being a graduate here?
Okay, so there are so many. It's very hard to tell one. But I think the most memorable experience that completely changed me and transformed me will be the COVID period. Because many of the students got a chance to go home. But I was stuck here. I was stuck here for like 1 year without any friends or any college life or anything. And I was also staying alone. And at that time, it was like we were just completely isolated from the outside world, and being a student it was scary because I was only in my third year start when the COVID started. So I had like very little experience of going through a period like this. I was very immature, and when this hit I had to be so much independent and so much mature at that moment, because every time I faced any problem I would just run to I am a single child, so I would just run to my father and mom like, oh, this happened, whatever. But in the COVID period they were so stressed out that I couldn't, if any problem hit me in those period, if I was stressed, I was alone, I was crying or anything, I have to handle it myself in a home alone. But I couldn't go back to them and tell them about it because they will be stressed. That period just changed me. That period was the one where I got confident with myself that if you put me in any situation like that again, I would survive it. So I think I don't want to remember it again. It was not a very good memories, but I'm glad it happened, that it transformed me and I'm a new person now after that experience.
I would love to applaud you for that, and being an only child too, I can totally try and relate to it. But still, the journeys that you went through, I'm so glad that you got the best of you, and I wish you all the best in that factor mode. And I hope you don't get to go through something like that, or anybody actually gets to go through that. Yeah. So talking about what we recently talked, you mentioned about friendship, and I would like to ask, like, now how do you have a view on friendship, and how does it how have you changed over these years, and have you made any long-lasting friendships here, and how do you manage to have them with your medical life?
Okay, so being seniors, the one thing, when we see a group of juniors somewhere, the one thing we make fun of is like they are gonna like see a lot of heartbreaks in this friendship, because I have seen some people having first year friends same as the last year friends, but it has not been the same for me, and I think that it has been the same for other people as well. But the friends that stay in the last, that is graduating with you will cherish them. Like, they are really the best ones. And also, as I said, the COVID period, it made me value the time I spent with friends even more, because being from DTMU, being from a medical university, I have always been buried in books. Like from till third year, I have been always buried in books. The people who know me know that from fourth year, I got really active in conferences, symposiums, friendships, networks. But before that, I was completely staying in the home, in the books, studying for marks, studying for grades. But that period made me realize that I'm in my 20s. I have to enjoy this period. I have to be with my friends, learn experiences, explore and everything. So, of course, the friends I have right now, I'm very grateful for them that they were with me in this experience. They, till after that transition that I had, they were with me to make really good memories in Tbilisi after that period. So, yes, there might be some heartbreaks that you feel, like I will be telling this to my juniors. There will be heartbreaks in friendships that you will feel when you get here. But remember, when you will be graduating, you will have really, really nice people. And I assure you that everyone have them, and you will have these people with you, and you will be able to cherish them your entire life.
That is a very sweet message, and I wish you all the best for that. And I hope your friends stay with you forever and ever. And if for someone who loves having to be around friends and everything, I understand what it feels, what is the value of having friends in life, and it's like having a therapeutic medication with you.
This is the thing, I joke about this thing with my friends. Just some period of time, and like just some more days, and I'm gonna block you all after graduation.
Yeah, it's a very popular meme also going on these days.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about your academic life right now. Is there any professor that you had who was like a very huge inspiration and a mentor for you, and that inspired you to probably choose your medical specialty ahead, or like you would want to be like him, something like that?
Okay, so right now in 6 years, I have decided that I can only handle surgery. I have to be a surgeon. I can't listen to patient for a long time. I have to be in the field and do. And the one person that has inspired me a lot was Dr. Lasha Gulbani from Gudishwari Hospital, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one. He has inspired a lot of minds of lot of future surgeons, because he has so much potential, but still he's so laid back and so chill, and I seriously feel like I want to be like him when I grow up. Like when I grow up to be a surgeon, I want to be skilled, enthusiastic to teach people, and be chill, be very like on his surgery he's just joking, and I really like his vibe. And also he was a famous in our last surgical workshops. So every time we ask his help, he's always saying yes, and that is the kind of professors we actually need in the medical field, who is pushing us forward, who is helping us throughout this field. And I would also tell you guys that if you find any professor that is enthusiastic to teach you, you have to show them that you are also ready to learn, and they will be sticking around with you your entire life. You can, even after you graduate, you can ask her, like I can go to Lasha sir anytime in my life, and I'm sure he will respond to me. You have to make connections with professors like that. It will be a lifetime connection.
I hope the juniors and the upcoming students take inspiration out of this thing, because it's really important to have a very good mentor, because teachers are like blessing to us, so it is important to have them in our lives. So now let's talk a different aspect of life. Are you foodie?
Big foodie. You can just see me. I'm a big foodie.
So am I, and I think food is a proper getaway to get to know someone's culture and some place about a place. So is there a different place or something that captured you over the 6 years that you were like, wow, this is something I'm really gonna miss in Georgia?
Actually, in 6 years, you get so much bored with one type of food, and I cook. So I got bored with always cooking and everything, and I got out and explored so much. Like this was something I was not used to do back home. I explored so much food. Like I'm eating every type of food now. Like I've gotten more positive to exploring on food options. But in Tbilisi, the places are when you see them, they might not make you have a meaning, but it's the memories you spend with people in those places. I personally have some places that might not seem good to you until you make memories with your friends at those places. So the only thing I would recommend to everyone is, like, at night, one time at least, go to Mother of Georgia with your friends, and in the midnight come back from their stairs. That is the biggest memory. And then there is food places like Orbeliani Square, when all of our friends are interested in different food. Oh, I want to eat this, I don't want a pizza, I want a burger, and something like that. Orbeliani Square is our rescue, because there is all type of food there. And just like that, there are little places which has meaning for me because of the times I spent there with my friends, and it has meaning for me like that. Talking about Georgian cuisine, Shikmuruli is my favorite. Like, I would miss it if I go back. And also, if you know Sapore's milk cake.
Oh yes,
It's not Georgian cuisine, but it's something that I tasted first time in Georgia. So we crave it all the time. So these are little dessert things, and the cafe vibes that we have here, and right now this, yeah. So this is the things that I would really miss in Georgia.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree on the Sapore point as well. Like, it's me and my best friend's jam place to go. So yeah, topics again. Like, we know that our medical school life course is very long. So what do you think? When is the proper time in medical student's life that it's time, like, let's get serious, let's get into all the presentation, poster presentation, conferences, everything? When should we start feeling that it's time to get active now? So what is the time according to you that you feel is correct?
So actually there is no time. That is the biggest thing. Our course is big, as you said, 6 years long. So the only thing that you can use to get out of the books, to have some fun, is these conferences and symposium. Every time students say, oh, I was studying all this time for exams and everything, I'll go to conferences and again it's medical stuff. No, there is so much fun in it, you don't even realize. There are so many friends you make after every conference and symposium. I will be having new set of friends, a new group, and we will be all going out having fun. I will be meeting so many new people. I understood that it is a guilt-free way in medicine to have fun. These conferences, club work and symposiums, and it is actually structuring your personality. You are becoming more confident, more easy. It became easy for me to talk to people, to make connections with people, and it is actually structuring your attitude and also increasing your knowledge. There are so much information in these conferences and symposiums and all these club work and everything that is not present inside your book. You will be exposed to a whole new set of medical world when you participate in all these things. So you have to start from first year itself. So I'm damn sure it will be a new way for you to release your stress from the studies.
Definitely. I truly agree with that. It's always a perfect. Okay, so now it's the most fun part and the last part of our segment. It's the rapid fire segment. So keep it rapid and full of fire. So let's go. If you could create a signature dish or a drink inspired by your experience in Georgia, what would it be?
Actually, it is not something that, it's not my recipe, I won't steal it, it's my roommate's recipe. So what happened is, because we are students in Georgia and we cook ourselves, everyone will relate to it. There will be so much stuff in our fridge that is going to spoil and that is new. What she did is, she told one day that I'll make a Mexican rice, and she put everything possible inside it. She put tomatoes, onions, bell pepper, corn, and even Dorito packet, the half-lying Dorito packet nobody was touching. She crushed it over top. There was a Ferrero Rocher on top. It was a complete package of the entire thing, and she called it Mexican rice. So every time in my life I'll see a fridge like that, I'll make that Mexican rice and remember this time.
That is the most unique rice I've ever tried. Moving on to our next question. What is the most memorable festival or event that you attended in the city?
It has to be Halloween. Please don't miss Halloween in Georgia. Everyone just thinks like, oh, it's not a big deal, but Halloween is a big deal. Like, it's really interesting in Georgia. Every year I planned and went for Halloween, there is a story to tell. There happened something during the entire night. I have something to tell, and that is the best experience. So never miss Halloween in Georgia. Just get a costume and get out.
I'll keep that in mind. And if you could have a word or a phrase that you learned in Georgian, what would it be?
Actually, my favorite word, there is one word that is my favorite. That is because recently we got invited to our Georgian friends' home for a dinner, and they told us about this word. Like, they taught us this, and this will be very important and very close to me. It's Gaumarjos. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I don't know. Sorry, to my Georgian friends. And it means cheers.
Cheers. Okay. So cheers to a new life and a better ahead future. And now with that, we come to the end of our segment. But before that, there is one question which is a little thought-provoking that I would want you to answer. If given a time, you get a chance to go back in time and given a choice again to choose between India and your home country to study medicine, what would you choose?
Actually, this is the question I have been asked a lot of times, and my parents especially ask me this every time. But I have a very unexpected answer in this, and that is, I will still choose Georgia, because I was a very laid-bound kid, and I was always staying inside the house, not very mature, not very like I was not that good in India. But when I came here, I learned a lot. I had so many experiences. I matured, and now I know that if you put me in any situation where I have to survive alone with some financial constraints and with only minimal sources, everything, I would survive there. I know that. I have that confidence, and that confidence was given to me in this 6 years in Georgia.
That is lovely. And with that, I hope you all have a good time and stay tuned for more episodes. Thank you.